What is going on, everybody? Brent Abel here, goldballhunting.com. Yesterday I said that young squire over there, but I was thinking now I should come up with something different to describe the great Jeff Jacklich, but I got nothing. It's not happening right now. So just a young buck. What the heck? Let's just go with that. Jeff Jacklich. And so look, guys, we got another episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast for you today. And we're to talk about something that is seems to be, I know for me and probably for you, Jeff, as well, in terms of being consistent, something that would really get in the way of me being a consistent shot maker, because I thought, wow, I've got to do this, I got to do that. It was just a confusing mess of stuff. Anyway, so guys, if you want to get more consistent, hang in with us today to the end of this podcast, because we got something very cool for you. So the big question is this: how are tennis players like us who never played in the tour, weren't incredible juniors, or maybe got a late start to the game, how do we consistently compete at our highest skill level without having to grind through endless hours of on-court practice time and still be in the hunt for victory match after match? That is the question, and Gold Ball Hunting gives you the answers by helping you eliminate your skill level range so that you build a strong foundation of confidence. My name is Brent Abel, and along with my biz partner, Jeff Jacklich, welcome to Gold Ball Hunting. All right, young squire, young buck, young dude, whatever we're going with. What's going on over there today?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, baby.
Again.
Northern California.
God dang it.
Come on.
Day. Yeah.
Come on.
Easiest job in the world, being a weatherman in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Gotta love it.
Right. Well, let's see. How's the weather today? Well, let's see. How was it yesterday? Okay. Yeah, that's what's going to happen today.
Toughest job in the world is bank security guard in Alaska. Everybody comes in with a mask over their face, right?
Okay. Well, not in the summertime. In the summertime,
That's true.
But but you're right, because in the summertime they all come in with sunglasses because the sun's out all day. So it's kind of a different deal. Good one, Jeff. That's great. All right, guys, listen. Today's Wednesday, the 6th of November, and we're banging away here, talking a lot about how to be a consistent shot maker, and sort of the number we're using is 4. We got to get you to 4 balls, being able to consistently hit 4 high quality shots. Again, we condition high quality, meaning this is not Fed like, this is not Rafa like, this is not Novak like in terms of high quality. These are simply safe shots to safe targets that, let's not call it pushing, but have got some decent stroke technique, but you feel some swing freedom and you are consistent with it. Absolutely consistent.
Right.
And so yesterday we talked about, Jeff, we said, well, how to confidently hit four or more shots in every point. Without the frustration of making another bonehead mistake, another bonehead error. And usually those are sort of like emotional type things, right? Well,
totally.
So we get 2 shots into it, and then all of a sudden we just start to, the blood pressure. The blood pressure cuff would just explode. The Velcro would be ripping. You could hear it ripping off the arm, right?
Yes.
And
totally.
So really, what happens is we just don't trust that we can get to 4. We just don't feel like, well, wait a minute, if I get to 4, by then I'm either slowing everything down swing speed wise just to keep the ball in play, or I'm pretty sure I'm going to screw this thing up before I get to 4. So one of the ways that I used to do that was thinking, if I'm going to stay in the point, then I've got to do something different than what I just did. The whole thought that, wait a minute, why can't I take, if he's going to give me backhands, why can't I take 4 backhands in a row that I slice cleaner than a Jingsu Japanese knife. Yeah, a Ginsu knife. There you go. And just do 4 of them in a row, and they actually land in the same spot over there. It's a high quality shot. Why can't I do that 4 shots in a row rather than thinking, well, I've hit one over there. God, I probably not better do that again. Maybe I ought to go really try to, do the inside out carve up the line with this backhand. And now the next one, geez, I mean, even though he's backing me up, maybe I ought to drop it. I mean, it's like this whole thing of, if I hit one high quality shot to one target, it's like there's this thought, well, you can't do that again. You shouldn't do that again. You should be mixing it up all the time. And the problem with mixing it up all the time is we make some bonehead emotional choices. And and it kind of gets in that thing.
Mixing it up again, circling back to some episodes way back, 5 months ago or so. Mixing it up, variety again, is not a strategy. It's a menu.
And it's a menu that can get you in trouble. Right?
Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
So
without a doubt, right.
So I don't remember when it kind of happened for me, but and it could have been that I started playing a little bit on clay or something like that, where I just kind of felt like, look, all I have to do is just take this sucker and just do the same thing over and over and over again and start counting off. I mean, unless the guy gives you a real setup, a fat, chubby sitter. If not, then why not play it to the exact same spot over there and just start again? There's 1, there's 2. Oh, ball didn't come back. I guess I won a point. Okay, let's do it again. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Ball didn't come back. Okay. Or, the guy pulled, he went bonehead before I could go bonehead. I don't know.
Right.
I guess that's a thing, right? Let that guy or that gal go bonehead before you do, which would be what we talked about a few episodes ago about just be less stupid. Just that to me is like be less stupid. Don't be smarter. Just just be a little less stupid, and you're going to win. You're going to win. So again, I can't come up with a specific thing, and I think working with Mr. Stowe, he never really encouraged variety. I mean, he was pretty much just, he was flatter than a pancake, right? He loved that thing. But there were some guys, Doug King in particular, the Kinger backhand. Oh my word. That thing was like a machine. And he would actually tell you, you go ahead and approach and you go, here's where I'm going. And you'd get there, you still couldn't handle it. I mean, it was really solid. But what about you, Jeff? I mean, in terms of sort of getting variety out of it and starting to realize, well, wait a minute, I could hit 4+ shots to the exact same shot to the same target and be good. And we got to believe that anyone who's listening to this podcast, either whether it's a forehand or backhand, there's some shot you can play off of either of those two. It might be different than yours, could be different than mine, but it's unique to that player. Where if you just go, you know what, I do this one shot pretty darn well. And pretty darn well doesn't mean that it's a winner. It just means that if you needed to.
It's high quality. It's high quality, meaning you can, it has some authority on it. It's not the hardest ball you can hit, but it's a rally ball with a little pepper on it.
But it's repeatable in this player's mind.
But it's repeatable, right?
That's right.
It has to be repeatable and it has to be sustainable, right? So in that process, for me, I probably had those epiphanies when I was at Kenyatta Junior College, under Rich Anderson, because he was adamant about our doubles being just the highest quality. So we worked our butts off on the geometry and working doubles points. And so that's where it's like, guys, listen, there's your first volley after your serve. Stick it right there. Okay, guess what? Next volley, stick it right there again. And so we were very used to what he educated us on was being able to play, with quotes around it, journeyman tennis, meaning there's nothing flashy about it. There's nothing genius about it. The genius behind it is we don't miss. And we drive the ball to this target over and over again. And we're going to keep asking that player to have to deal with a high-quality ball over and over and over again, not on just this point, but every point in the match. And that's where the long-term effects of this really have, the outcome then affects the outcome. And I think this is where, a lot of players lose their way, not understanding that asking somebody to deal with a high quality ball 3 to 4 times in a row is a boatload of pressure. It's just every ball, because are you finding out when they start to lose their grip on being calm and staying in the point, And again, I think we talked about it yesterday a little bit. Where's that shot threshold, right? Their shot tolerance. Have you found it? Have you found their shot tolerance? Or are you too quick to look for the exit? And just because he put 2 balls in play, now you're thinking you need to do something else. And I'm saying, let's stay the course here, and let's make sure that I'm asking this guy to deal with some quality over and over and over again.
Yeah, no, it's good. Well, I think that the term that we came up with today before we started the recording was, how to confidently hit 4 more high-quality shots in a row in every point without having to be a tactical genius, right?
Right.
And so I think of, once in a while, like on TV on the Tennis Channel, you watch a pro-level match, and all of a sudden these guys get into this slice, both guys, let's call them right-handed players.
Right.
They both get into this cross-court slice, and they're all high-quality shots. No one's pushing. They're all hitting them, and they keep doing it over and over. And after about each guy's hit maybe 4, you can hear the crowd start to go, they start to murmur like, like, this is weird. They start laughing, and what the guys are really doing is just waiting to see who over there is going to take. I mean, look at Andre, right? Agassi became one of the all-time greats when I think Gilbert convinced him, don't be the first guy to go up the line. Just make that other guy hit that thing cross court 1,000,000 times. And I mean, Sampras did that, right? He would go ahead and just roll his little backhand over there cross court, and just invite the guy, come on, go up the line, and then he'd go over there and hit arguably the greatest running forehand of all time, a lot. But I just think that for the rest of us, that you don't have to beat somebody by being a tactical genius. You don't have to understand, well, gosh, there's probably 17 different shots I could hit off of this slice backhand. Let me see if I can start one there. No, we're talking about 4 to the same target. And the guarantee, I think the 100% money back guarantee is if you hit 4 to the same target within that 4, you're either going to get an error from that guy over there, or they're not going to be less stupid. They're going to be more stupid and try something crazy. And the next thing you know is you get,
they're gonna dish something up.
They're going to give it to you in the silver platter. That's right.
Right.
So, guys, I guess the point we want to make today is that, like we said, you don't have to be a tactical genius. You don't have to to be able to hit 4 shots in a row, do anything other than actually what I like to. I tell myself, well, sometimes I'm too stupid to know that I should do something different. I just keep doing the same thing over and over, right? And it's amazing. Just like what your story talking about doubles, first volley goes there. Hey, I've finally learned after all these years, if I continue, even tell the guy, dude, I'm coming over here with the first volley. And it doesn't do anything other than it allows me to get a little bit better court position. That's all that first volley's doing.
Right. Right.
I'm not trying to stick it from halfway between the baseline and the service line and go, I'm the man. I'm not trying to do that because that would be more stupid, right? So, just
here's the reality of it is this. I mean, we're practicing, and Rich is, coaching. He's right there next to the court. We're all on the court doing this thing, and he's saying, okay. There's no hitting the little inside out up the line on your first volley. You need to hit the ball there. Hit it there, right? Cross court, let's say just deep of the outside of the service box, right? That target, right? So basically the guy's not going to poach on you. It's just it's this great target, right? So it didn't matter that everybody in the stadium knew. It's irrelevant whether the guy knows you're going to go there over and over and over again, because, again, we get back down to quality. When you hit a good quality ball, that in and of itself carries pressure with it. And then it's repeat, repeat, repeat. So when we did our stuff, Rich was just adamant about, I don't want to see any of this stuff. I don't want to see the drop, the this, the angle, the...
So he must have been all over you, knowing that you were Mr. Artiste out there and all this, fancy stuff.
It was one of the hardest things for me to do was to learn the journeyman mindset, to just get this job done and to stay focused. And can we just do this? Okay, now can you do it again?
Yeah, but
okay,
coach,
nice,
coach, I want to get a little creative here. Okay, well, Jeff, do you want to win? Yeah. Do the same thing. Over.
Can you just do that?
Yeah.
Right? Can you just do that? Now do it again.
If you don't want to win, that's fine. If you just want to look great out here, I don't think you'll be playing next week against someone.
Right. So anyway, I can't stress that enough. That I think it's a blind spot in the league and national players sometimes, that they get lost in just the circus of information out there, and the 11 different backhand volleys you must know. I don't even know. I don't think I have 11. I think I have like 2.
There and there again. Okay. Yeah, those are my 2. All right. All right, guys. Well, listen, I hope you got something out of today's episode. Tomorrow, what we want to talk about, we're going to continue to chat about the 4+, making them in a row every point. And I think that, probably one of the things that you struggle with, being so creative, is what we just talked about. Instead of getting that discipline of being able to trust that if you go to the same target, that's not like you're giving away the store. Well, even if the guy knows that you're going there, what advantage do they have? If you're if you hit a quality ball and you're in the right court position next, right? It doesn't, you're not. So I guess the point I want to make is that tomorrow we want to talk about how long is this going to take? How long will it really take you to be able to sort of train yourself? Is this going to be months and months of drilling to develop the myelination? So always, and every time I say a fancy word, I just go, "Come on, Brent, shut up. That's not you. You're not a real smarty pants guy. So just stop with the myelination stuff." Anyway,
but that sounds really smart, though. I like it.
Yeah, well, okay. I just need to be less stupid, actually. All right, so guys, hang in. Look for an email from us tomorrow, because we got another great episode for you tomorrow. We really want to help you get to that 4+ ball tolerance over and over again. And before we sign off here, Jeff, free coaching call. We are offering a free coaching call to you guys, just a 10, 12, 15 minute, whatever it takes, but 3 of us get in the phone. And look, let's figure out that one thing. It was interesting today. I know you had a couple students you taught today, and you hadn't seen one of your students for a while, or she was traveling back, and she wrote a little list, a laundry list of stuff she wants to work on. And so there were 7 different items, I think, and you saw her today and said, "All right, great, you got 7 things. What's the one thing? What's the one thing that if we just worked on that for like the next 30 days, that's all we did, the other 6 might just kind of magically blow away into the wind."
Right. Disappear.
So that's kind of what we're asking you guys to do. If you want to jump on a coaching call, again, it's private, it's free, the 3 of us, but we ask you to kind of bring the laundry list with you, and let's see if we can't zero in on just one thing that would really, if you really focused on it for the next 30 days, would make a big difference in your winning results. The way to do that, go over to goldballhunting.com. Drop in the first name and email address, click the button, you get access to our online calendar scheduler. You get to cherry pick a date and time that works best for you. Jeff, what do we want the fine folks to do immediately?
Like us, share us, please subscribe. Let us know what you think down below. Really, truly, let us know what you think. iTunes, Stitcher, rate and review. Goldballhunting.com. Share us with your best doubles partner. Really, do it. It's going to be great.
Very good. Very good. Nice. All right. With that said, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Jeff, we're doing this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.